What is up, guys? We are live. Thank you for tuning into Man of the Metaverse. I am Beach Dad, aka Brandon. Well, vice versa, really. And this is Lewis from My Life, My Money Media. How you doing today, Lewis?
God bless.
Are you
blessed by God?
Well, that's good. That's good. I told you I put us blessed by God. I told you I put us on Spotify too. So now we're on Spotify. We got one episode on there because people do like to listen to podcasts, and we got a lot of good material and it's long, but sometimes on YouTube or Instagram or some of these other platforms, people like short content. So we got a little bit stuff in different places for everyone. What you want to get into today?
Man, let's talk about maybe another conspiracy theory I have going on. And it's with this thing I'm about to show you right quick. Okay. We got our president, Mr. Joseph Biden, and we have a well, some people may call him that. Some people may call him Sleepy Joe, but who knows? But we got a very, very, very popular firearm right next to Joe Biden, Brandon. Have you ever seen that firearm before?
I'm not too familiar. Go ahead. What is it? Is that a
What
Glock?
Does it look like? Just tell me. It looks like a Glock.
Like a hand. It looked like a handgun. Kinda. I'm not the biggest firearm person, so educate me.
You could say this is what you call a P80. A P80 is a knockoff of a Glock pistol. But Brandon, do you know what's so special about P80s?
No.
Well, hold on. Let's don't talk about the P80s. Let's talk about the company first.
Okay.
Now that gun company I just showed you is called Polymer 80, and it was founded in 2013. And before August 2022, they sold gun parts and 80% complete receivers. Brandon, do you know what 80% complete receivers are?
No.
All right. For every firearm has a receiver. The government sees the receiver as the gun itself.
Okay.
So this company discovered a loophole that if they can make, so to be 100%, 80%, it was not considered a firearm.
I got you.
So, and we go get to what things led up to that and what's the benefits of making 80% receivers. But in August 2022, this company started selling real firearms to kids. All right. Now, here's one of the examples this company sold. This before August 2022, any person in the world, if you had the money to buy it, you could go to their website and buy a 80% complete receiver. And with the receiver, it came with the jig. Do you know what a jig is, Brandon?
Nope.
A jig is something you
can cut a jig. I know that, but
no. A jig is a device you use to make the same thing over and over and over again.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So it came with a jig. It came with gun parts. Some of them came with a barrel and a slide and the sights. Now, since this piece of receiver is not 100% complete, you could buy all these things for $440.
So what else do you need to complete it to make it functional?
Only thing you would need is to purchase the extra parts on their website. You could need the mechanical skills to complete it. And also you can need somewhere, and you can need a drill.
Okay.
So if you had if you bought this, if you had mechanical aptitude and you had the parts required, you could make a functioning firearm with no background check, with no serial number, and it's ready to shoot, Brandon.
Okay. So
don't that sound like?
Go ahead.
Don't that sound like Second Amendment to you?
Right. And when exactly did they start doing this? Because this is fine as long as everybody doesn't know about it.
They started doing this in 2013. Around that time, I was in a different stage. Well, not a different stage of my life, but around that time, I knew about these so-called 80% complete, these kits. And actually, I didn't buy one, but I actually look at buying an AR-15. You used to buy AR-15 80% receiver for $40, Brandon.
That's crazy.
So all you had to do was buy the upper for $200, and then you had to know-how, and you could have a AR-15 for $300.
Right. And it's not gonna have a serial number, right? And
It's not gonna have a serial number. It won't be traceable. Only way you could trace it is if you use your debit card, your personal debit card, and if people do the work, they can find it. But I got a feeling people use prepaid debit cards to buy these things.
Right. Right. But why would, like, because you have to get sanctions and stuff from the government to allow you to do stuff like this, especially when you're trying to go through a loophole. Why not just make it and then have to have you make a serial number or get a serial number before you're able to use it?
Well, that's not the marketing image, Brandon. They want you to buy a background check firearm with no serial number.
But doesn't that sound dangerous? Doesn't that sound dangerous though?
It does, but you know what? The state, I think they're in Nevada, the state approved it. The federal government, because you do have to file a manufacturing business, they approved it. So, hey, what can you say? What can you say? And Brandon,
I wonder if me and you tried to come up with this idea. You think they would approve it? Like, we want to do no background check on these half-made guns, these firearms, and they got no serial numbers or nothing on them. We just want to mass produce that.
They will put a bogus charge called a conspiracy on us, Brandon. A bogus charge is called conspiracy. That means you don't have to do nothing.
Right.
But if you thought about doing something, you're going to jail.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
If you thought about,
that's a weird way to look at conspiracy.
Well, if you talked about it, you didn't buy the drugs from the undercover. You talked about it, but you didn't know you blowing smoke up their booties. But now you're going to jail for 20 years. It's something you never done.
Right.
So that is conspiracy theory. That's how you get black people locked up for doing nothing. If you want my opinion. Now, Brandon, let's get back to these P80s. Brandon, did you know? Can you hear me, Brandon? Brandon, can you hear me? Hold on. He's on mute. All right, Brandon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, Brandon, you need to quit messing up around here. We try to run a good program. We're jamming in with your phone.
Well, I'm in my car. I've got some real life situations going on as a dad. So, we make do, but go ahead.
I guess you playing the Tom Brady today since you got the head. I got real life situations going on. That's why I can't play football good this year. All right. All right, Brandon. Did you know the P80s on social media started to blow up?
No, like I said, I'm not in that world, but go ahead, educate me.
Man, for the past 2 years, you've been seeing stuff on social media talk about the P80s don't jam. Everybody flashing a P80, P80 this, P80 that. And now remember, these kits cost $400, right?
Right.
But some people chose to buy these kits, assemble the gun, and sell them back to the streets.
Okay, that's how they do. But before you go on, we talked about we was going to do this discussion about ghost guns, P80. I've never heard anything about it, so I did a little research, and they was doing some article, not an article, but I'm not going to. I say Vice News. They had a little documentary about them and how easy they are to make them with a 3D printer, and how often they jam, and you have to kind of work at customizing it a little better so it won't jam, but it does jam a lot, and that's an issue some people have. But go ahead. No,
not in this case. Not with these now. What you talk about a 3D printer, that's somebody in their basement making stuff.
Well, it was a cop. It was a cop who had the 3D printer, and he was doing a contest. Well, not like a contest, but just not a targeting competition, but something like that. But you only can use a ghost gun, and it was law enforcement person doing it. So
I don't want to defend Polymer 80, but it's a big difference between manufacturing. And in your basement, you bought a print in your basement.
I got you. So I got you. That makes sense.
This company actually used injection molding for to make this stuff. So instead of 3D printer dropping little plastic dots very slowly, this place used injection molding to make these frames.
So it's more accurate, and you'll have less jamming and stuff like that, or is it not?
This gun to shoot. I just go say it like that.
Okay.
Now, a Glock may last you. Now, this is my opinion. A Glock may last you 30,000, 50,000 rounds till you had to change something out.
Okay.
This P80 may last you 1,000. That's just my opinion. But in general, most people don't shoot 1,000 rounds out of the gun. They get it just for the looks. So this gun will fire. but I don't know about to hold up. Hey, good day, everybody. My name is Louis, and I'm just came to let you know that I have the best financial book for Black people on the market today. This book is designed to help you with things like student loans, housing, employment, and also create income streams so you can support your family and provide security for everybody around you guys. This book is Black owned, and I use a whole lot of Black companies making this book. This book is available on the link below. Make sure you check it out, guys. Check out my reviews. As of today, every person who read my book gave me a phone call about how great the book is, guys. Don't miss this great opportunity to earn some black magic, guys. And it's a quick read and it's entertainment. Look at it. I got strippers in the name. But the book is called From 0 to 200K. You can check out this book with the link below. Have a good day.